I write dramatic fiction, and the subgenre for that would be, let's say, love stories. And there's a big difference between love stories and romance novels. In a nutshell, the difference goes to this. Love stories draw from the root, on their roots, the Greek tragedies. They're basically modern, updated Greek tragedies, which is why, for instance, in The Notebook you would have a sad ending, or why in Message in a Bottle you have a sad ending, or why in A Walk to Remember you have a sad ending. You know, it's got to do that because it's drawn from a Greek tragedy. So tragedy plays a very central element in the ending and the conclusion of the story. And in addition, they tend to be drawn universal characters. I had a lady, she was very kind. She came to a signing, and she said she brought the letter, a couple of the letters, mimeographed copies of the letters that I'd written in the book, and she typed them up and framed them in this beautiful frame. And she said, "Would you mind if I use this?" And I said, "Well, how are you going to use it?" And she said, "Well, my husband died yesterday, and I'd like to bury this letter with him because he read this in your novel, and he said it was exactly the way he felt about me, and it meant so much to him, and then he made this letter for me and gave it to me." The draft that Jeremy Levin put together was very, very close to the novel. Of all the movies that I've had made, I think this is the closest adaptation that I've had. People are defined by their memories. This is who you are. You are essentially the sum total of everything you've done and everything you've thought in your life and everything you haven't done. And if you lose the context for those things, you kind of lose who you are. Love is a timeless thing. Love is an emotion. That won't change. In 100 years, the feeling of love in 100 years will feel the same as it does today, which felt the same as it did 100 years ago and 200 years before that. People may have married for different reasons, depending on the culture and the time and the period of history. But love hasn't changed.